Namaste. Welcome to episode 2 of Discovering Life. This channel is all about how I'm navigating my spiritual journey, everything that I am going through in life that I would like to share with all of you. Yeah, so it's me covering life as I know it. So, alright, so in my last video, which was posted a few months ago, probably a couple of months ago, we spoke of how love is not possible without detachment, and a lot of you commented that you would like more on spirituality and yeah, and basically how I see some of the concepts of spirituality based on my conversation with the amazing Neha on her channel. And so here I am talking about one of the most commonly recurring themes that I have seen in my life, especially when I talk to most of the people that I do spiritual consultations with. This is one of the most common recurring themes: emotions. Emotions as a spiritual seeker. Like, in your spiritual journey, what is the place of emotions? How do you deal with emotions? How do you experience emotions? Um, should you even have intense emotions? And so many questions like that. All right, so here's my take on it. Here's how I have learned to process emotions, and based on my learnings from the yoga world, from the spiritual world, the most important thing that I always like to mention is that you are not supposed to you're not supposed to suppress your emotions. See, here's the thing. I think this is one of the most common misconceptions is that if you are on a spiritual journey or if you are a spiritual seeker, you're not supposed to feel intense emotions. You're not supposed to feel hurt. You're not supposed to be angry. You're not supposed to be upset or whatever. All of these emotions that we label as negative, we believe that we are not supposed to have. However, emotions are a very important part of our journey. Think of it like a building block for resilience. Yes, unless you learn how to, first of all, understand your emotions, and then once you understand your emotions, you need to learn how to process them. And when I say process them, this processing does not in any way mean invalidating your emotions. Because when you invalidate your emotions, you in a way suppress them. So, what's important to understand here is that you have to feel your emotions. Yes, I'm sorry if that doesn't align with what you think, but yes, you have to feel that emotions. If you're angry, you have to feel it. If you are upset, you have to really allow yourself to feel it. If a memory from the past arises, you have to relive it. This time you have to allow yourself to feel all those emotions instead of invalidating your emotions, instead of telling yourself that you're stupid and these emotions don't matter. Instead of that, how about we allow ourselves to feel those emotions by saying that, I'm human and I'm supposed to have these emotions and it's fine to have these emotions. Now, the only difference that you have now as a spiritual seeker or somebody who is on this path is that I'm not going to be defined by these emotions. Yes, I do have these emotions. This is something that it's a phase, right? It's a small step, but it doesn't mean that I am this. Just because I had an angry encounter does not mean that I'm an angry person, right? So every person goes through a lot of different emotions, but in no way in your spiritual journey you must not, you must not try to suppress the emotions or try to become somebody who does not show emotions. This is another very important angle here. See, especially when you are in a yoga journey or a spiritual journey, people start to believe and people start to actually shame you for your emotions. When you show some intense emotions, they might tell you that what's the point of doing all this that you're doing, what's the point of chanting mantras, what's the point of doing yoga if you can't even control your emotions. I'm sorry, it's not how it works. Okay, that control is not something that you do. That control comes automatically. This control comes with a certain dissociation. When you start to dissociate yourself, your true self, with the emotion, does not mean that you don't have the emotions or you don't have the um, permission to express those emotions. Yes, you do it, but you're still a little bit detached from that emotion. Yes, detachment is a key theme that's going to recur in whatever I say. You detach a little bit from that emotions. You are not that emotion. And once you keep doing that, it's a practice. Okay, you have to, it's a muscle that gets developed over practice. You keep doing this, and over a period, your reactions start to transform into responses, and you now after some time might not have, again, might not have very frequent intense emotional expressions. Again, look at what I said. You might not have very frequent such encounters. However, you might still have some, right? And it's fine. It's a journey. It's your journey. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. You don't have to live up to anybody's expectations, not even yours, by the way. Okay, the expectations that you have with yourself is again a certain kind of expectation. So you have to be kind with yourself. You have to let life flow through you. If you are angry, it's fine. You're angry. You might channelize. Okay, I'm not saying that you are angry and you start to become a violent person. No, because that's the first yam of yoga, non-violence. So I'm not saying that you become a violent person. You channelize your anger. You might express it through your words, and that's fine. And you might later go back and do some self-reflection of what I said, why I said it, where does it stem from. Is it coming from a place of insecurity? Is it coming from a place of seeking validation? Is it coming from a place of expectation? You do all of that self-reflection, but it definitely does not mean that you do not feel the emotions. You let yourself feel the emotion. Okay, and you don't beat yourself up about having those intense emotions. I hope that helps. If you have any questions about this, drop in the comments or feel free to write to me. Yeah, thank you.